of the teams get on the field. We've got number 2, Menderson Ely, and number 10, Dylan Kumbani, the deep receivers on this kickoff team. And kicking off, I believe, is number 3, Joshua Jerome.
Looks like it might be number 7 there. Sorry, Harry, to correct you.
You
there.
are correct. Those foggy binoculars. And he approaches the ball. It's up in the air, and it's a short kick. One of the up people will pick up. Actually, it bounces and picked up by Kumbani. He evades one tackle, finds a seam, and gets all the way up to the 32-yard line. A good return right there for Bedford.
Yeah, good hands on that bounce, too. We saw that interesting strategy last week work for the Bedford Bulldogs in that they kicked to an open area. And in that case, Kumbani came up, took it on one bounce. It was fortunate it came right up to him. Brings it out to the 32.
So 1st and 10 from the Bedford 32-yard line, as I mentioned, going from right to left. The team wearing pink socks today.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October.
Joe Michael in the shotgun, takes the snap, sends it out into the flat where number 32, Russell Irwin, is brought down by a slew of Little Green defenders. No gain on the play.
It's a very nice play by that cornerback there. Saw the little swing pass come out to the left side to Irwin and came up, dodged the blocker. I think Sanchez just couldn't get a good beat on him. And the corner made a nice play. It looked like number 10 out there was Jalen Burris, I believe.
Actually, correction, it's back to the 27. They actually lost 5 yards on the play. So 2nd and 15. Bedford sends out 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Michael, a blitz could be on. Instead, they hand it off to Irwin. He sweeps to the right, finds an opening, gets around the edge, and gains about 12 yards.
Yeah.
Gets it up to the 39-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 3.
Good blocking there by the offensive line. They got on their blocks and stayed with them. That was the key, to sustain those blocks. Outside stretch zone play, and Irwin was able to gain all of it and then some. So 3rd and 4.
I wonder if they adjusted the play on the blitz, because they were here. You heard somebody yelling there was a blitz on by Central. So here we go. 3rd and 4 from the 38-yard line. Michael waiting for the snap. He's got Sanchez in motion, but instead gives it up the middle to Irwin, who fights for yardage and gets right to the marker to the 42-yard line, just enough to get the 1st down.
Yeah, one of those second effort plays again. You know, it looked like he might be stopped 2 yards short and then just kept his legs driving. So good enough for the 1st.
Irwin gets it up to the 43-yard line where Bedford gets a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Overcoming that minus play on 1st down.
That's a good way to recover from that 1st down play of losing, 4 yards or so.
So Kumbani and Ely are the receivers to the left. Sanchez is to the right. It's a handoff. Irwin finding a seam and gets good yardage there, almost to the 1st down marker. Picks up about 9 yards into Central territory. They're going to say he was down at the Central 49-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 2.
That's an excellent cutback. He came out, they were looking for that stretch zone to the left, and he saw a seam, planted his left foot, caught it up, got it right back up into the middle. Nice run by Irwin. So 2nd and 2. You might look for a deep play here. This is when offensive coordinators like to do maybe a little play action or try to catch some of the D-backs sleeping. So we'll see if they try to air it out here.
Bedford still in the 3 receiver set. This time 2 will be to the right. It's a fake handoff. Roll to the right by Michael. He finds Sanchez in the flat, but Sanchez couldn't hold on to the pass. That was a good pass right on the hands, but Sanchez just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, it sure was. They went with that play action, got Joe Michael out on the edge, and he had him. They had 3 levels of receivers, so they had the flat and the 10-yard out, where they went to with Sanchez. And honestly, it was a very good ball by Joe Michael that Sanchez just couldn't pull in.
So it'll be 3rd and 3. We'll see what they dial up here. Possibly another running play, maybe a sweep by Irwin. He's in the backfield with Michael. The 2 receivers are to the left this time. The snap, and it is a handoff to Irwin, but this time Central is waiting for him. Going to drop him for a loss. Back in Bedford territory at the 49-yard line. tackle by number 4,
Yeah,
Hayden Kelly.
Yeah, he got in there pretty quickly right after the snap of the ball and foiled that play. Nice play by him. Hayden Kelly came right around the right end from the defensive side of the ball. It's going to force Bedford into their first punt.
So the Central return man not that far back, not expecting a long ball, but it does go over the head of, and it's going to just roll for a, they're going to see if they can get a touchback, and they don't. Just barely gets into the end zone. I believe that was Owen Christopher trying to chase it down, couldn't quite do it. But Central not even trying to return that. The back was just let the ball sail over his head.
It's honestly, Central got a little bit lucky there because it was quite a bounce for the Bulldog punter Sanchez, and it ended up rolling just into the end zone. But if they had a coverage guy down there, they could have downed it inside the 5 there, creating a tough first possession for the Manchester Central offense.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision right there to let the ball go back. But it works out for them. They get the ball on the 20-yard line.
You know, I'm thinking maybe they were thinking it might have been a fake there just because it might have been 4-down territory. It's only 3-4 yards, but their offense is on the field, and we're going to have a quarterback draw right up the middle, and he gains 2 yards.
The keeper right there.
Number 3, Josh Jerome on the carry right up the middle.
He manages to gain 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line.
Now they've switched quarterbacks to Sean Kelly.
Kind of a foggy night here. Like we said, the humidity quite high.
I'm sorry, check that. Kelly's going to be a receiver. It's still going to be Joshua Jerome in the pistol.
It looks like Bedford's going to blitz.
Yep, they're coming.
They get in there and pull down from behind. Alex Zwickau catches the running back, pulls him down for a yard loss. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, fired the outside backer, and Zwickau caught him from behind. Great play by him. Nobody blocked him either, right? So you have to count on him to make that play when you have that defensive set call.
No, but he had a long way to come. He had to come all the way from the outside edge, but because the defensive front for Bedford had slowed the runner up, he had to wait for a hole to open. Zwickau was able to come up from behind and drag him down. So it's a 3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
5 wide here, Coach. You got 3 to the right, 2 out, spread out to the wide side on the left side of the offense.
Drops back. A throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Zwickau with another play.
Wow.
Zwickau goes up in the air, manages to pull down the interception.
That's the exact athleticism that Coach Matthews was talking about before the first game. His outside backers, his seniors, athletic kids, and Zwickau makes a perfect example of that. Tips it and then comes down with a great
Like he was going up for a rebound in basketball. You're right. He got a hand on the ball, slowed it up enough to make it come straight down into his arms, and he got the first down for Bedford in Central territory. They're at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 here off the turnover. Great field position here. Let's see what Bedford does with it. Michael, he's got the blitz coming, but they throw the screen to Irwin. He's able to pick up a few yards.
You know, there's such timing with screenplays there. They had the defensive line coming hard, and it was just a little hesitation by Irwin on that catch that slowed him up and prevented him from turning that into a big yardage.
Turns out no gain on that play. Still at the 37-yard line. 6:18 to go here in the first quarter. No score between Bedford and Central. This is the Bulldogs' 2nd possession of the game after that interception by Zwickau. 2 receivers are to the right. Motion by Sanchez. He gets the handoff, evades 1 tackler, still trying to get to the edge, and manages to get to about the 35-yard line for a gain of 2. So real close call by that one Central defender, got into the backfield.
Yeah, it looked like number 40, Ali Kareem, got upfield on that outside there and made Sanchez go a little bit south instead of going north, and then couldn't quite get around the edge.
But he still managed to pick up. I guess you're going to give him 1 yard up to the 36-yard line. So 3rd and 9 here for the Bulldogs.
Yep, spread them out. Could be a, maybe going back to that screen or a draw.
Waiting for the snap. Irwin is in the backfield. Michael in the shotgun, gets the snap, waits, throws and caught by Solomon Sanchez. They're going to say Sanchez trapped it on the ground, so they're going to call that an incomplete. I thought he had gotten it, but those officials had a better view from the other side.
Yeah, and you got no argument from Sanchez either, so he apparently knew he didn't catch it.
So being at the 36-yard line, we'll see if the Bulldogs decide to go for it here. I think they are.
Because Michael is also involved in the kicking game, you might see a quick kick. 4th and 9, that's a tough one to gain, and it looks like they're forcing Central into a timeout. No,
they're going to be Bedford's going to call that. Take a little time to think about what is going on here. And in the meantime, let's talk about some of the games on the schedule tomorrow for the Bedford athletic teams. Girls varsity field hockey plays this Central team at Central. It'll be a 4:30 start on Saturday. Also at 4:30, the junior varsity girls are playing. Girls varsity volleyball will be at Central. That's a 6 p.m. start. Junior varsity field hockey will be at 6. And boys, the play begins, and it's going to be a throw that misses everybody. So
we got a flag, though, so we'll see what that flag is. Usually in the area of offensive holding. Yep.
It is holding. They're going to decline that, and it's going to be Central's ball. 1st and 10. They'll be at their own 36-yard line. As I was saying, correction on the games tomorrow. It's going to be varsity soccer for the boys against Bishop Girton. That's going to be right here at Bedford High Stadium at 10 a.m. start. We'll have that game for you on BCTV 23. So Central on their second possession here. 3 receiver set. Joshua Jerome hands it off.
Ooh, a lot of room out there.
And great run there by number 10.
Ooh, the ball came out though.
That was Jalen Burns.
Yeah, Bedford football.
Bedford gets the ball back on another turnover.
He had a lot of room there. Was running around the left-hand side there, out free, and I think it was a D-back that came up and put their head right on the football and caused that turnover. So Bedford fortunate to get the ball back after only 1 offensive play from Central. They'll take over at the 50-yard line.
So far, the Central Little Green only running 4 offensive plays.
A pick and a fumble. Those are the kinds of plays, those turnovers are killers.
So right at the 50-yard line, it's a handoff to Irwin.
Good
Runs
cut.
to his right, cuts, and is able to pick up about 7 or 8 yards down to the 43-yard line in Central territory. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, again, it was a nice cutback by Russell Irwin there. Getting out on the wide side to the right, planted his foot, got it up in the seam.
There's going to be a junior varsity football game tomorrow at Manchester Central. That is a 10 a.m. start. I assume that will be at Gill Stadium. They're calling it 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line. The snap, handoff to Irwin, finds room to his left, gets the 1st down, and carries it all the way to the 35-yard line. Picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, good run. Wide out to the side. Looked like Dylan Kambani kind of got rolled up on there as he was making a block on the cornerback there, so fell awkwardly, but Russell picks up the 1st down. And Harry, it seems like the play has been centered in between the 20 and 50-yard line to our left here for the entire 1st quarter.
.35-yard line, Zwickau in motion, then stops. Now the handoff to Ely. He gets hit once and he's brought down again. by a host of Central Little Green players. He gets up to the, actually winds up losing a yard. He only gets to the 36, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here.
Tough play there. Unblocked guys right there in the hole. Menderson-Ellie was kind of running upright through the hole there. Took a good shot for no gain. Possibly even lost a half yard there. The Little Green are playing a 4-3 defense, so they have four down linemen, 3 linebackers. And their strong safety's playing really up close, like almost another inside linebacker here. So it's almost like a 4-4. And he's creeping up there. It looks like he might want to come on this.
Yeah, Owen Kelly.
Yep. Probably a delayed game here. Yep.
And there is a delay game.
So that's going to back up the offense 5 yards, so they have a 2nd and 15.
It's got to be a little hard to judge when there's no clock in the end zone to keep track of the time.
Yeah,
you just have to have a sense of how long that 40 seconds is and how close you are to the end.
A little bit about that is on the coaching side. You know, you have to get the play in pretty quickly, and then Joe Michael has to get into his offensive huddle there, call the play, get the team up to the line and set.
Here comes the blitz.
There it is.
All alone, but they're able to get the pass away to Zwickau. He was the outlet man, and he catches the pass and brings it all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Nice tackle by Aiden Kelly there. That was the perfect play call because you get the defense blitzing. They're coming up field hard with a big head of steam. They're taking themselves out of the play if you could complete that screen right in the middle.
So they're back to just about a half a yard beyond the original line of scrimmage. It's about a 3rd and 9.5 for a first down at the 34.5-yard line.
Yeah, I need to get to 25 for this first.
Scaling and Sanchez are the receivers to the right.
Another timeout by Bedford. So that's 2 in first quarter here. 2:40 left.
I noticed
tie.
that Andrew Grudzinkas was in the game, number 4. He was the right side. He was the left side receiver on that play, but we'll see if they change it up here after the timeout.
Maybe some sneaky trickery going on here. What do you think, Harry? Maybe a reverse pass? Come on, give me something. What do you got?
Reach into the bag of tricks. Girls varsity soccer is hosting BG tomorrow at 12:30, right after the boys game. We'll have those games for you on BCTV 23.
Grudinskas stays in. He's split wide to the left, so good eyes picking out new personnel.
It looks like the same lineup here. They're waiting for Central to come out on the field. Bedford's already set up and ready to play, but Central taking their time to come out of the timeout. Officials looking at their watch. And now finally Central breaks the huddle on the sideline and comes out. 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score between Bedford and Central. Bedford with 2 turnovers in this game, 3 possessions so far, haven't been able to capitalize on any of them, only 1 first down.
If you have receivers running out patterns, you want them to get at least to that first down marker, so if they make the catch and get tackled right away, they have the right yardage. It's going to overload the right side here.
The hand up. Oh, it's a fake to Ely.
Oh.
And he goes right to Gudzinkas, who catches it, and he's on the move all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Nice play. Little inside slant, got a good release. Caught the ball out and away from his body. Big yardage there.
A really nice play action, too, to Ely.
20, 21-yard gain.
So Bedford now on the 12-yard line with 1st and 10. In the red zone for the first time today.
We'll see if they go back to
Grudzinkas.
How do you say that name?
Grudinskas.
My apologies to
yeah,
the
really, we're
family.
very sorry, Mrs. Grudinskas.
Hey, with a name like Munster Tiger, I've had to deal with it my whole life, Harry.
Yeah, Kozlowski's not that easy to say either. Okay, there's a snap. Michael takes it alone. He gets it up to about the 9-yard line, picks up 3. I think that might have been a busted play. That snap came in awfully low.
It sure did.
And I think Michael decided to just cash in what he could. Picked up 3 yards on the play for 2nd down and 7.
Time ticks down here on the first quarter with about 1:40 to play. Still scoreless tie, but Bedford is threatening here.
And we'll be here at halftime featuring the Bedford High Band, so stay tuned and hear that over BCTV and WBNH. Bedford, 105.1. Second down and 7 here on the 9-yard line. Handoff to Solomon Sanchez, winds up a loss. He's tackled at the 11-yard line. Drops 2, it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Looked like Asayak Perez that came up and made that tackle from outside backer position, number 15 for Central. Heads up play by him. That little inside handoff, given a little reverse direction, is not really working so far. They're keying on it.
Well, Central defense has been pretty good today. The Bulldogs had to work hard for every yard they've gained so far. So here we go, 3rd and 10 from the 12-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. And Michael's going to roll out.
Throw it away.
He's got to just throw it because he was running out of time, getting closed in on by the Central rushers. He just throws it away out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down, and we'll see if they'll try the field goal here. From the 12-yard line, it should be about a 30-yard attempt.
That's a good choice by Joe Michael there. He's rolling out to his right. All his receivers were covered, so you either put it in a place where only your guy can get it, or you just sail it out of bounds and try to get the points on the board. So you're absolutely right. They're going to try what looks to be about a 29-yarder, and Joe Michael will back up, take his 3 steps back and 2 steps over, and see if he can sail it through the uprights.
And Grudinskas is going to be the holder. He gets the snap. Ball is down, and it's blocked.
There you go, big number 73. Andrew Farrell came barreling through and caught it right in the stomach.
Now the coaches are saying run the ball into the end zone. We'll see what happens here. They were celebrating, and we don't know if the officials called the ball dead or not. Is it a touchdown? You know,
what's the rule on that? Is it a dead ball as soon as it's blocked?
No, not really. It's maybe on an extra point, but not on a field goal. It's a live ball.
Right, the defense can scoop and score.
And Coach Zach Matthews was pointing to Zwickau saying, pick the ball up and run. It's still a live ball. Now the officials are going to talk it over. I wonder if they're going to say they blew the play dead.
Yeah, I didn't hear a whistle.
No, there wasn't a whistle. And really, nothing would have prevented the Central players from picking up the ball and running with it. So there's Zwickau holding the ball up he's not leaving the end zone until he gets his 6 points.
He wants to hear the ruling. It seems like a conversation here.
I think
it bounced off of Farrell, who made a great play to make the initial block, and it went right into Bedford's hands. It seemed like it was Grudinskas that made the recovery. And
I would love to know what the call is here. They're spotting the ball at the the 15-yard line?
Yeah, 15. So
and why?
They must have ruled the ball dead. You know, the ball was blocked, and it seems like it's about where the ball ended up at the end of that block.
I think that might have been sometimes when a little group think there, everybody thinks the ball's dead, and that's how it's called, but it really shouldn't have been. But that's the way it bounces. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for Central on the 15-yard line after the blocked field goal. There's the snap. Michael acts like he's going to pass it, then takes off, and he's dropped for a loss, or at least at the line of scrimmage. He's tackled right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Magnus Steele on a great play, playing defensive end, shed his blocker, and saw that quarterback was coming on a keeper there and made a good tackle.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. After one, no score. So a lot of offensive possessions, but not much in the way of scoring. Bedford with the only opportunity there with the field goal by Michael. A low kick that was blocked by Central.
Yeah, you're right. It was a low kick, but you hand it to, again, Andrew Farrell, big senior offensive and defensive lineman that barreled through the Bedford protection and really caught that right in his chest, belly area. And then it set off a somewhat quizzical play after that, in which the referees were a little bit confused, and the entire Central team ran off the field, and Bedford had possession of the ball. So I don't know if a knee was down or if they blew the play dead or what happened there, but
that was strange. But you know, everybody forgot about the ball. Central forgot about it. The referees forgot about it. The only person who didn't forget about it is Alex Zwickau, who carried it into the end zone.
Right. After the entire Bedford coaching staff was shouting at him.
Yeah. So we're ready to start the second quarter here, with Central now going from right to left.
So we flip-flop sides, and now Central comes out of the right end zone from the stands.
4 receivers set here for the Little Green. 3 of them are to the right.
A false start.
It looks like too much time? No, it was a false start there.
I didn't see that. There must have been along the line there.
It also looked like Jaden Hahn was in at quarterback too, number 2.
That was a quick but definitive offense, back 5 yards to start, so second and 15.
Second and 15 here. Same formation. 4 receivers. Hahn, quarterback now, finds a gap, tries to take off with the ball, and he's brought down at the 18-yard line after gain of 3. And the tackler, one of the tacklers there, number 39 for Bedford.
I think that's 29, Colin Chandonnet. And 21, Owen Christopher, came up from his cornerback position to make the initial contact. So it's going to be, what, 3rd and 7 or so?
3rd and 7 from the 17-yard line. And Hahn goes to the sideline to get the play, comes back into the huddle.
Must be those blurry binoculars there, Harry, no worries.
That and old age.
All right, so we're looking probably for some kind of dual receiver route on the right side. Yep, there we go.
Hahn rolls out, throws it. That was intended for Jalen Burris.
Pressure put on there by Hayden Cheney, though. Excellent job getting back there. Was blitzing from the outside and got pressure on the quarterback. Forced an errant throw, and we have a 4th and 7. Pretty clear punting situation for the Central Little Green.
Central unable to gain a first down here. I'm not sure they've gained one yet this game. They still have yet to earn a first down.
I think you're right. Trying to get the number on the punter. Is that 83?
You know, part of the problem is the silver numbers on white jerseys. It's not exactly the most distinctive numbers to pick up here.
It's like 83.
It's a bad snap, down in his legs. He gets the kick away, but it's going to be a short one. And it's down in Central territory.
That was 83, Liam Murphy on the punt. He made a pretty good play by scooping up a low snap and getting it off.
Oh, and he had Bedford defenders barreling in on him.
He sure did. And unfortunately, number 29, Colin Chandonnet for Bedford, came hobbling off. It looks like he banged his knee on an attempt to block that, or at least put pressure on the punter.
So Central downs the ball at their own 38-yard line. Jacob Mahoney was the one who did that. And Bedford takes over once again in terrific field position. And they come out with a 3-receiver set. Zwickau in motion, now stops. And handoff to Irwin. He runs into a wall, maybe gains a yard up to the 38-yard line. Michael comes to the sideline for the play.
And if I'm Coach Matthews right now, I'm a little frustrated about such good field position that I've had that I haven't really turned into any points.
No, Central's been pretty solid on defense, haven't been able to move the ball on offense, but defensively they're doing everything they need to do.
This is the second time that The Bulldogs have taken over well over the 50-yard line in Manchester territory.
Officially a 2nd and 10, but it's more of a 9.5 here. There's the snap.
Ooh,
and throw for the sideline. If he makes a connection, it was good, but no, just out of reach of Dylan Kumbani.
Yeah.
That was, if it was that throw was just 6 inches shorter, it would have been right in Kumbani's hands. It would have been 6.
Yeah, tough
so
one.
The play definitely broke him open. Just the pass didn't get there.
Just missed him. He actually, honestly, had the swing pass open too, but kudos for him for going for the big one, just out of reach from Kumbani. That could have been 6.
So now 3rd and 10 from the 38.5-yard line. 10:01 to go here in the half. Still no score.
Seems like they haven't gotten into a rhythm, moving the ball like last week.
That's true. They seem to have more of a rhythm last week. Now there's a pass out to the flat to number 2, Menderson Ely. He's got room to move a little further, and he gets the first down, brings it all the way down to the 24-yard line. So a great play there.
Yeah.
Not quite a screen pass, but a pass out to the flat, the swing pass.
Little swing pass. He had really nice patience out there too. Waited for a block, snuck in. You know, wasn't just barreling down, got another 5 yards on the gain there. So excellent patience on the running too by Menderson Ely.
So they pick up 15 yards on that play. 1st and 10 now from the 24-yard line. Bedford going left to right. A bunch formation here, just one receiver out in the open, and it's another handoff to Ely. He tries to get around the edge and manages to get up to about the 20-yard line. So he's going to pick up 4 there on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Good hard run right there by Menderson Ely. Benjamin Mikas came over on the Manchester Central team and forced him out of bounds. Looks like Ely took a tough fall, but good hard running to pick up 3-4 yards.
Bedford on the move here. Trying to get the first points of the game here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they've got trip receivers to the right. Now, Irwin in motion. The handoff to Solomon Sanchez.
See, that's excellent coaching. I'm hearing as they're lining up from the sideline, Manchester Central defensive coaches are saying, watch the counter, watch the counter. Sure enough, it's a counter. He's keying on something in there.
Jathan Hernandez, number 55, was waiting for Sanchez just as he got the ball. Blew up that play, but they did manage to pick up, well, I guess they didn't pick up anything, did they? Well, they got to the 19-yard line, so they're going to call it 3rd and 5. Probably a one-yard gain on that play.
Must have been something he saw on the film, some scouting, certain formation. Hey, watch the counter, boys. 3rd and 5 here.
Pass right over the middle, open to Dylan Kumbani. He picks up the 1st down, gets it into the 1st and goal situation, gets it down to the 9-yard line. So 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 8 for Bedford.
It's good play design there too, Harry. They had Russell Irwin coming out in the left flat. Joe Michael looks to him, draws the linebackers over, and Kumbani came in behind the backers and settled in nicely for a little hook there about 12 yards out.
And he was wide open too.
Good catch, couple yards extra, and now they have 1st and goal.
Coming up on the 8-minute mark here of the 2nd quarter. Bedford trying to get on the scoreboard here. No score between Central and the Bulldogs.
Just looks like an illegal formation.
Irwin gets the handoff. They go up the middle with it.
Didn't look like they had an end on the left-hand side there, Harry. Didn't catch it, so it's
nope,
going to be...
the officials did not see that,
yeah.
So.
No gain there as they go up the middle. Still 8 yards, so actually looks like they might move it forward to 7 yards. That's interesting. The referees are using a little orange marker for the ball spot, and then they're moving it around with their feet. Geez, the adaptations that we've made for this COVID.
Well, last week it was the centers who were spotting the ball for each team. Their own players were spotting the ball for the officials. Now the officials are spotting the ball themselves, although with their feet. A drop back and a pass in the flat to Irwin. He's got a little bit of room, gets all the way down to the 1 yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Good tough run. He was able to make Sean McGarvey miss out there on the side. Little catch from Russell Irwin on that swing pass. Good 6-7 yard gain. Now it's 3rd and 1. You know, you have to figure this is 2 downs here, Harry. They're just going to try to smash it up in the middle here, right?
Yeah, I would think that's the easy way to do it. Maybe give it to Irwin.
Yep. Get their bone team in there, the big, solid Husky guys.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They're all bunched up.
Smash it right up the middle.
Actually, it's going to be, it says Wildcat. Sanchez took the snap and gets it in for the touchdown.
Yep.
Solomon Sanchez on the Wildcat formation.
And we finally saw the Bedford offense getting into that groove that we saw last week. You know, put a couple plays together. They got a couple of longer yardage gains on some nice plays. A little hook there, some nice running, some swing passes, and it ends up with 6 and maybe 7 on the board.
Grudinskis holding for Michael. His kick is up and it's good. So it's 6:30 to play in the first half. Bedford's on the scoreboard first, 7-0.
Really nice drive, mixing in the runs and the passes. Finally got that rhythm that we were talking about.
And minimize the turnovers and the mistakes that cost them on the earlier drives.
Yeah, sure. You know, a punt, a turnover on downs, and then the blocked field goal where they left points on the field. They still, again, had excellent field position. So again, Coach Matthews has to be pleased that finally they've put some points on the board. And now Joe Michael will kick off to the little green.
Ball is teed up. And the deep man for Central, number 4, Aiden Kelly. And on the far side, number 10. This kick going to be short. And it was picked up by number 9, Sean Kelly. Pretty good field position. They're at the 35-yard line. So Bedford trying that pooch kick again, trying to catch Central sleeping, but they had Kelly right there waiting for the ball.
Must have been reviewing the film, Coach.
That's the exact same spot they put it in against Goffstown.
That's right.
Only Goffstown had no one there.
Right. Ended up being a Bedford recovered kick, and they took over on the opponent's 35. If I recall, they didn't turn that into points. But Manchester Central handled it nicely there, fielded it, trotted out of bounds, and they'll take over at the 35. Ball down.
Oh, there's a fumble.
Ball down.
Big loss there. A tricky handoff. Trying to get the name of the running back, it's number 30. Yeah.
Preston?
Kadin Preston was the running back who could not pick up the ball cleanly and wound up losing 6 yards there on the handoff from Jaden Hahn. So now it's 2nd and 16 here for Central. 3 receivers in the set. And now Hahn gets the ball. He has to evade the rush.
They're going to get him.
He's going to get over the line of scrimmage, but he's brought down after only about a 2-yard gain, so it's not a sack.
Yeah, Hayden Cheney was coming hot off that left corner, put pressure on the quarterback and made him pull it down pretty quickly. Wasn't able to spot out any receivers.
Good pressure by the Bulldogs to collapse that pocket.
Absolutely. But also a good job by the Manchester Central quarterback to get back up to the line of scrimmage and actually gain a couple of yards. Turn what could have been a sack, another 4 or 5 yard loss into positive yardage. They're still at 3rd and long, which puts their offense in a tough position.
And we just crossed the 5-minute threshold in the first half. Central sending out 5 wide, 3 to the
they'll take a timeout.
right, 2 to the left, and like Corey says, they're going to take a moment to think about this, calling the first of their timeouts.
You really don't have a lot of plays in your playbook that get 13 yards. You know, you
Well,
have
when
to.
you got 5 receivers, somebody's bound to get open. The idea is you got to get them all past the first down marker.
Yeah, yeah, it's a tough one. That's why offenses don't like to get behind, right? They like to get positive yardage each play. If you get 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, it's a much more realistic expectation to get that 3rd down.
I'm kind of curious why Joshua Jerome is not in quarterback anymore. Is this just just a switch up here by Central, or did Jerome get injured on a play?
Good question. It seemed like they were switching him around to different positions, if I'm not mistaken. But
We'll have to see if we see number 3 out there at another position. Full moon starting to come up over Bedford High Field. Over the band, they'll be performing in about 4.5 minutes.
I do
Medley of
see
Beatles tunes, right?
Yes, exactly right. I apologize for cutting you off. And yes, it is a lovely night. Nearly a full moon. I think it is a full moon. Little trivia for you, Harry. There's going to be another full moon on what night this month?
Halloween?
Halloween.
And is that a blue moon?
It's a blue moon. Well done. Mr. Kozlowski knows his astronomy. I love it.
3rd and 12, 5 wide receivers.
Ooh.
Hans got to get away from the rush. He's running for it, and he runs right into a tackler, trying to get the number of that bus. I believe it was number 3.
It's a good scramble.
Hayden Cheney not letting him get any further, stopping him right at the 40-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and 4. Good gain there, 8 yards.
A solid pressure by number 70, Michael Kubicki, getting off that right edge and forced, again, Hahn to pull it down and scramble a bit there.
Do you think Hans may be pulling it down a little too soon, not giving his receivers a chance to get open, or just not looking for him? He seems to take off really quickly.
You know, tough up here, right? You don't have a
True.
180, 200-pound guy running after you with his hands up. So, yeah, it could be that he's pulling it down a little quick.
Central short a man, had a rush out on the field.
There's going to be a delay.
It's going to be delay anyway, so they're going to lose 5 yards here back to the 35-yard line.
Yep.
So a little mix up there on the special teams. You're a special teams guy. You don't stand for that.
Special teams guy, you know, it's a tough one. Although here on the punt, you know, it doesn't hurt you too badly. You know, sometimes they strategically take that delay a game to give their punchers a little extra yardage. Not the case here.
No, Jalen Burris was a little
here.
late getting out there.
Yep. And the field position wouldn't have dictated that delay. But they're standing up.
Solomon Sanchez, the deep man, looks like he'll have a chance to play this one. Gets it at the 37. Going to his left, getting around the edge. He's at the 50-yard line, the 40, and out at about the 36-yard line. Great return there by Solomon Sanchez. Puts Bedford in great field position with 3:40 to go in the half.
That's where Sanchez shows his excellent speed getting to the left edge there. You know, you usually want to get your returners getting north-south, but he saw the opening out to the left side. Maybe they had a return set up out to the left and got out to the edge, and let's see, got about 25 or 30 yards on that return.
They're going to say he went out at the 37. Still excellent field position here. They've got 3:40 to work with and 2 timeouts. We'll see if they can add to that lead. Little bits of fog rolling on the field here. Very humid night, but the sky is clear. There's the snap. Michael dropping back. He's getting rushed, and he's going to get dropped for a sack back at the 44-yard line. Number 73, one of the tacklers there.
That's a big loss.
Andrew Farrell.
Yep. Big loss, about a 7 or 8 yard loss there. And Michael got in trouble there. You want to try to see him scramble, maybe break the pocket and either get positive yards or just throw it out of bounds, throw it at a receiver's feet. Try to prevent that 8-yard negative yardage play.
So 2nd down and 18, the ball back at the 44. We're up to the 3-minute mark here. 3 wide receivers. Michael takes the snap, rolls to his right, and he finds number 7, Scaling. He gets the catch, and the ball goes out at the 33-yard line, so a good gain there. Still short of the 1st down, but it'll be a more manageable 3rd and 6.
Yeah, absolutely. You actually saw the ball pop loose there. as Scaling came out of bounds, but he had already established possession and then came out, and then the cornerback came through with 2 hands up and under, popped the ball out, but the ball was already deemed caught for positive yardage, and as you said, we have a 3rd and 7.
They're at the 34. Need to get to the 27. Zwickau in motion. And a handoff to Irwin. He slips and falls, only gets to the 35-yard line.
Aiden Kelly again coming up strong on that edge, keeping outside contained, forcing it back inside. Made a great defensive play there.
So
nice
it's a loss of
Kelly.
It'll be a loss of 1 there for Irwin and the Bulldogs. 4th down. And we expect them to stay on the field and try a 4th down conversion.
Yeah, 4-down territory. You punt and it goes into the end zone. You're really only gaining, 10 or 15 yards on it net. So why not? Why not?
And they feel pretty good. They've had pretty good luck on defense so far. So I guess they feel like if they turn the ball over here, it's no worse than a kickoff. So here we go, 4th and 8.
We got another timeout.
And a timeout is called by Bedford. That is their 2nd one. They have 1 more to go. 1:58 to go here in the half. Bedford in the lead, 7-0. A 1-yard touchdown run by Solomon Sanchez on a Wildcat play is the difference here in the game.
The Bedford marching band is lining up to our left-hand side. As you mentioned, their halftime performance has a Beatles theme, so they've apparently been working on their formations and brushing up their routine.
And you'll get to see that on BCTV 23 and channel 1072, which is our high definition channel.
So Coach Matthews is talking this over. He's got 4th and 8, 2 minutes left in the half. You don't want anything super negative to happen here. No pick sixes or anything like that. So look for positive yardage. And like you said, if you turn it over on downs here, that's okay. It's just as good as possibly a punt and a return. So what do you have in your bag that has 8 yards in it, Harry?
Another pass to the flat, perhaps.
So the ball is right in the middle, not on either hash. So you got a 2-way go here. You get out left, get out right. Usually a right-handed quarterback wants to come out to his right-hand side. It's an easier throw as he's moving to his right. And these are the types of things you try to get 3 levels of receivers. So somebody in the flat, somebody about 10 yards out, and then maybe a deep corner. And we're going to have...
Gudinskis is out there. He's the lone receiver out to the left. Sanchez and Scaling are the receivers to the right. Irwin is the running back.
And as you noticed it last time, they had 3 receivers to the right, and they went back to the backside for Gudinskis on an inside slant. Let's see if they do that again.
Michael,
start.
Motion there, Irwin, he jumped, and that's going to move Bedford back another 5 yards, back to the 40. So Irwin just a little jumpy there.
So this might change their decision making. If I'm Coach Matthews, I go ahead and punt this. You're on the 40 going in, take an angular punt, get him deep.
Yeah, now you got the opportunity to really pin Central back, but it doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. They're just going to go ahead and go 4th and 13. It was a short meeting between Coach Matthews and Michael. He could be saying, just go ahead with what you got.
Sure. Different formation, though, so they did call a different play.
Okay, so it's 4 receivers. There's a snap. Michael.
Screen.
It's a drop of screen to Scaling. He gets away from 1 tackler. Still on his feet, gets up to the 31-yard line, which is going to be off. No, he's going to be short by 5 yards. I thought he had to get to 31. He had to really get to the 27. So it is going to be a turnover on downs, but the field position not too bad. 31-yard line, like you said, just like a kickoff or a punt. And Central only has 1:46 in this half to make something happen. They've got two timeouts.
And like you said, they start on their own 31. They've had a tough time getting their offensive staff going here, though.
So Hen still in a quarterback. He gets it, hands it off to Preston. Gets around the edge, picks up a good chunk of yard, is still going, and he gets hit out of bounds. Oh, he got it.
It's a good pop there.
Head contact there. Actually, that was Jalen Burris on the carry, and Bedford's Finn O'Neill. He's going down. He got his bell rung there. O'Neill popped him with the helmet, and if this was the NFL, I think he'd be getting a targeting call here. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but helmets definitely came in contact on that play.
Sure, it looks like he's actually grabbing at his stomach. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of himself, or. But yeah, he certainly rattled him. And it looked like there was a flag down earlier in the play too. It looked like there might have been a holding. The receiver on the left side, I think it was number 10, Jalen Burris, had a nice block on the edge, but it looked like it was questionable whether it was in the front or in the back. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Burris right
Burris
there.
on the ground. Yeah. He was a carrier.
Yep.
He's up a little bit, but still a bit woozy. The play picked up some great yardage, got all the way to the central 47-yard line.
It's good to see Burris is back up and walking to the sideline. But that was quite a collision there on the near sideline there at the 48, 49-yard line. And the official's going to sort it out. I'm not sure if they called anything on the hit itself.
Well, like I said, there are two flags down. It wouldn't surprise me if one of them was for that helmet-to-helmet hit.
And they're discussing it as a crew, doing what they can. The referee in the white hat is announcing. No. Ooh. Okay, so we have a holding, which is a spot foul and a 10-yard. And then they called a dead ball personal foul for 15 yards as well. So that's going to back the Manchester Central team way back up. And this is going to be one of those first in light years kinds of plays. And they did not call anything. They felt that was a clean stick on the sideline there.
So they're going to mark him back at the 19-yard line.
Finn O'Neill came over and delivered a blow. And the officials deemed that it was a fair football play. So we're going to have first and looks like 25 or so?
I count 22.
Okay.
First and 22. They have to get to the 41-yard line to get the first down here. 1:39 left in the half. Bedford in the lead 7-0. Hinn in the shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. He almost gets hit, but throws the ball over the middle for a short gain there. Number 48 collecting the ball there. Kellen Jameson with the catch, and they managed to pick up 11 yards up to the 30-yard line. But they still have another 11 to go.
It's an athletic play right there by the Central quarterback, getting a little bit of a jump pass. He had pressure in his face and completed the pass to what looked like the fullback there, Jameson. Rumbled ahead for about 10 yards.
They've got him marked at about the 29.5-yard line. Like I said, I had to get to the 41 for the first down. Under a minute to play here. Clock is running. 2 timeouts still for the Central Little Green. They have 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Hinn with the snap. Quick throw. Caught. And a quick tackle there at the 35-yard line. Number 8 is that receiver?
Okay, so Bedford's going to
Joseph Ramos.
Yeah. And Bedford takes the timeout. They want the ball back here. So 41 seconds left in the half.
And they've got about 5.5 yards to go for that first down.
And Coach Matthews says, you're going to have to gain that yardage or give us the ball back. I think that's his 3rd timeout. So,
and you would be correct. They're totally out at this point.
You see if the Manchester Central team is going to throw. If it's an incomplete, it stops the clock. But perhaps they take a more prudent approach. They run the ball up the middle and burn as much time as they can. And
you're right. If they do that, then they don't even have to kick the ball away. Bedford does not get the ball back.
So we'll see. That's a strategic use of his timeout for Coach Matthews. And the band has been lined up for about 10 minutes now.
Getting cold. Isn't it like every sporting event?
Yes, it is.
The last minute or so takes about half an hour to play. My wife says that all the time. Anyway, 3rd down and 11. Actually, it's really 3rd down and 6. Scoreboard says 11, but it's 3rd down and 6.
Trying a couple
for
hard
Central.
counts there.
Trying to get them to jump here. There's a snap, and a pass is incomplete. That was intended for number 7. That's Benjamin Micas. So,
like we said, only three seconds come off the clock. There's still 38 seconds left.
And that stops the clock, the incomplete pass.
Stops
so
the clock.
they give Bedford a chance at the ball here, no timeouts. But they have to punt it away.
And now they have to be smart because they might try a hard count on a punt here too. So.
And don't forget the last time they punted, they had the bad snap that was almost blocked.
Good call.
Good snap this time, but the rush, they just barely beat it. And it falls at the Bedford 43-yard line. That's where it'll be downed by Central. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43 with 31.1 seconds left on the clock. No timeouts for the Bulldogs.
Officials timeout for an injured player. Looks like there might be some cramping over there by one of the Manchester Central.
Trying to get a number here.
Punt coverage team.
The player laid down, so it can't make the number out. I believe you're correct. Looks like they're working a cramp out.
So are you happy with a 7-point lead? 30 seconds left here. Are you going to run the ball? Are you going to air it out? What are you doing, Harry?
Well, you went to all the trouble of calling the timeout and seeing if you could get the ball back. There's no reason why I wouldn't air the ball out. I don't know what kind of an arm Michael has. Probably can't reach the end zone from there, but, something 30 yards.
Sure.
Just send all the receivers down.
Yeah, but you know what? You probably have 2 or 3 plays at least, right? So maybe get a couple of quick outs and get some positive yardage and then chuck the thing as far as you can.
Defensively, you would be guarding the sidelines, expecting that, but that could leave the middle open for a long gainer. So we'll see what the play is. At least send somebody straight down the middle and then have a few receivers on the sideline.
If they put Rob Gronkowski back there on a safe prevent defense, it might actually be a good thing for the Bedford Bulldogs. I don't know if you remember that Miami Miracle from last season.
Oh, yeah,
I
do remember that.
2 seasons ago, not sure which one, but.
No, I think it was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So here we go. Back on the field, Central playing a bit further back than usual. Only 3-man rush. Michael drops back, gets away from 1 sack, throws the ball just before he's brought down. Aiden Kelly almost got to him, as did Andrew Ming.
So they're going to call him down and run the clock. They're going to say that was a sack.
Well, he was in the grasp a bit. I think I could see them calling that.
See, the referees are confused here. So the head referee is saying that.
Now they stop the clock.
Well, that was a little bit of a confused situation there because the head referee, who was standing right next to the play, called him down in the grasp and kept the clock running. So there must have been at least another 20 seconds that ran off the clock.
So now they're going to set the ball back at the 32-yard line. So a loss of 10 there.
Wind the clock.
I don't know what they're going to do here. Looks like they're going to try to run a play here. They only have 2 seconds, and that's it.
Yep, there you go.
No play ran, so that's your first half in the books. And Joe Michael has it teed up for the kickoff here, going from right to left.
So Harry, interesting as we get to set for this second half kickoff, an injury report from the Bedford sideline. It looks like Menderson Ely has his pads off due to some kind of leg injury.
There's a long kick received by number 6. He gets away from 1 tackle and brought down right there. Great tackle there by Aaron Scaling. Sean McGarvey is the player for Central that brought it back. a return of about 15 yards. He got it all the way up to the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Little Green.
Good open field tackle there by Scaling. Grabbed on, pulled him right down. If he had gotten by Scaling, he had a lot of room to run over there. But as we were mentioning, Menderson Alley is a key contributor to the offensive game plan for Bedford Bulldogs, so they have to make some adjustments in the personnel and possibly some of the play calls.
There is a snap and a throw to the sideline. Intercepted. Intercepted. Down the sideline and out of bounds.
Good break on the ball.
Found in Sanchez.
Sanchez saw him. Quick out pass. Sanchez made the break on the ball and picked it off. Excellent play and a big turnaround right here. So let's see what Coach Matthews does.
Just as that happened, I was going to ask you what you were thinking about Central here. They're only down by 1 score. They have an entire half to make it up. And as I'm thinking that thought, they throw the interception right there. That is their 3rd turnover of the game, 2nd interception. Zwickau with the other one.
Yeah, now let's see what kind of strike happens here. Usually in these quick change positions, you try to catch the defense napping. You go for a deep ball here. And they don't.
The tight formation, it's a handoff.
They go off tackle left, just
Irwin.
what I was saying.
He picks up about 5 yards on the play.
And in that case, that everybody's scrambling, right? There's a quick change offense to defense. The defense is shuffling onto the field, and they're just getting their heads about them. So it is a good time, especially in offensive zone. They're on their opponent's 31-yard line. You might do a trick play of some sort. Flea flicker, reverse, do something out of the ordinary to try to catch them napping.
Zwickau moves over. The snap, another handoff. No, it's a play action and a pass. Dylan Kumbani with the reception at the 15-yard line for the 1st down.
Quick slant, looked like it might be a run pass option there. He could have given it to Irwin on the way by, but saw that Kumbani had the inside leverage and threw a strike out there. It was a nice ball. Picked up the 1st down on the 15, and they're moving with 2 quick, strong, positive plays.
Another tight formation with just 1 receiver out. It's a handoff to Irwin. He cuts up, finds a seam, fights his way down to the 3-yard line.
And that
good enough for a 1st down.
That cut that you described was the key there. Outside zone, they give Russell Irwin the option of figuring out where he finds the seam, plants that left foot and gets it up in the middle. 12 positive yards down to the 3.
So 1st and goal from the 3 for the Bulldogs. Chance to up their score and up their lead here. Scaling, the lone receiver, way out to the right. And we have the officials calling a timeout here. Not sure why. Kumbani heads for the sideline. And in his place, it's number 4, Andrew Grutzinkas.
Geez, that was strange. It looked like they were pointing to his mouth guard and telling him to get off the field. And maybe that's a rule that if they don't have it in at the snap, they have to get off.
Another hand up off the middle. And did he get in?
Yeah.
No, they're going to say he was down at the half-yard line. Russell Irwin with the carry.
Yep, little inside play, right up the middle.
So 2nd and goal from the 1 here. 9:38 to play, 7-0 Bedford trying to up that lead.
And this might be another instance of bully ball. Just line up in tight splits, get all your big dogs right in the middle and smash it up the middle.
Interesting they always run it from the shotgun though. You'd think they would go under center. Another handoff to Irwin, punches it in.
Ooh.
And the ball come out?
I don't think he did get it in.
No, they held him up. Right at the half-yard line, maybe only the 1-foot line. So 3rd and goal from 12 inches away.
They're going back to that that wildcat formation as Sanchez trots to the middle. And I agree with you, Harry. That does add a little bit of a wild card in there as you're snapping the ball back in a pistol instead of getting up under center and just burying your nose. They're going pistol again. They're going to try to run it right up the middle.
So another wildcat here. Irwin back there along with Sanchez. Sanchez adjusts his helmet for him.
Talk to Russell there, so maybe they have something else lined up.
Waiting for the snap. Sanchez gets the ball, hands it off. No, he's going to run, keep it, and carry it in himself. Sanchez, touchdown number 2, faked the handoff to Irwin and ran to his right, ran to his left, and got in scot-free. 13-0 Bedford.
Yeah, I wouldn't say scot-free, though. He still had to break an arm tackle there, and he did nicely to do that. But you're absolutely right. That was that wildcat formation, and he had the option there.
They gave him the same look they did in the second quarter. It made Central think it was coming straight up the middle. Instead, he kept it and went to the left to score. Up, a little bobble on the snap, but Gudzinkas is able to get it down for Michael, who kicks it through, and it's an extra point. 14-0 Bedford with 8:25 to go in the third quarter. More points off turnover.
Yeah, they made that interception pay off there. You're absolutely right. You know, excellent starting field position again on Manchester Central's 31-yard line. They turn it into 7. And the band is fired up. I think the tuba might have caught the extra point over there.
Yeah, it went right in, almost. That would be something.
That would be exceptional. And honestly, the mist looks really cool on the field right now.
Yeah, it really does.
Not sure if that's
it looks
coming
like
through.
a Transylvania Friday night. Would be appropriate for Halloween.
A little early. We still have 29 days before Halloween.
Yeah, not trying to rush things. And here's that pooch kick, but Central's waiting for it. They give the sign for a fair catch, and Sean McGarvey was there to grab it and give Central the ball at the 20-yard line, 22-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. So they're back to letting the players spot the ball for them, for the officials. So let's see what Central comes up with here. They need to start generating some offense and not turning the ball over. They've had 3 of them already, 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions. Hahn is still the quarterback. They've got 4 receivers out there. Hahn drops back, waits, throws, and a nice catch there by Sean McGarvey, a big gainer there, gets it all the way up to the 39-yard line. First down Central. That might be, if that's not their first down, it can't be more than their second.
Yeah, certainly the longest play of the game for them on a 17-yard reception by McGarvey. Looked like he bobbled it, but paid attention, good concentration to pull it in. And you saw 49 yards in the first half, and that's what, about a third of their total offense in one play.
So now 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hahn drops back. Same play, a throw, but this one in the dirt, and good thing too, because Bedford had that one well defended.
Parker Henryshawn was coming under that, and if the ball was in the right area, that again could have been a nice break for a pick and potentially a pick 6.
So now 2nd and 10 from the Central 39. Bedford in the lead, 14-0 here in the third quarter. Both touchdowns scored by Solomon Sanchez on Wildcat plays. Same formation, they've got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hahn is going to run with it, but instead is going to get tackled for a loss.
Henryshawn with the sack there, coming off the edge. Again, he was in the area for the previous play on the incompletion, and then he comes off the left edge and gets the sack.
Sam Lacombe also there for Bedford.
puts them at a long yardage again, 3rd and 13 after a good 17-yard reception by McGarvey. They get behind schedule again.
So they're back at the 36 now. 13 yards to go for a first down. Clock is ticking, 7:13 to go here in the third. And they've got the same 4 receiver set. No, they're going to go 5 wide this time. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Hahn, who drops back. Bedford blitzes. Hahn has to throw it quickly, and we're going to have a penalty flag thrown here.
It looked like it might have been a legal lineman downfield.
It might have been a screenplay. Owen Kelly was the receiver there.
Yeah.
He had to go all the way to the ground to get the ball. So,
and the Bedford defense was clapping their hands. So I'm guessing they'll decline this penalty.
It turned out to be a 6-yard loss where Owen Kelly went down and caught the ball.
Okay, so the explanation from the official is that it was an illegal man downfield. However, the play was behind the line of scrimmage. And so they picked up their flag and waved off the penalty. It still is an incompletion, and it's still 4th and 13, so we're going to see a punt.
Same result.
And you're right, same result. The punt team is on, and Sanchez is back to receive.
Ball's kicked away, very close to being blocked. Once again, a line drive kick that dives right at the 37-yard line of Bedford, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over with 6:40 to play here in the third quarter.
We do have a flag down in the area of the punter, so if there's a running into
there was
the
some
kicker,
contact. It wasn't. I don't know if it would constitute a roughing the kicker. It might have been a running into the kicker call.
Yep.
Running into the kicker is declined. Declined by Central. Interesting.
I think
it wouldn't have given them a first down anyway.
Wouldn't have given them first down yardage, and perhaps they have a shaky snapping game as we observed on the first punt. So they're satisfied with the field position change, and they're going to decline the penalty. So Michael comes back out to conduct the offense here. Again, pretty good field position coming out from the 37.
Bulldogs on their second possession here in the third quarter. The snap and the handoff up the middle. Irwin making the extra effort to gain about 8 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 2. They get the ball up to the 46-yard line.
And that's what we've observed with Irwin several times. He keeps those keeps those legs pumping. He made a nice spin there too to get another 2 or 3 yards on that carry, and 9 yards on that carry on first down. Officials timeout. Looks like this official on the near sideline is a stickler for the mouth guards. It seems like that's the second player he's booted to not having their mouth guard.
Aiden Kelly came out, and in his place is number 38, Colby Maynard, I believe. There's a snap. Michael throws it downfield, open off the fingertips of Scaling. That would have been 6 for sure, but it was just off his fingertips. Couldn't quite catch up to the ball.
Had him deep there. Simple fly route. Got behind the defensive backfield, and you're right. That certainly had 6 points written all over it. Just out of reach. Harry, I was a wide receiver back in the day. All of our coaches said if you could touch it, you could catch it. I don't know. That's a tough one right there.
Not that one, unless he went vertical.
You lay out, maybe
or horizontal, I should say.
Get your mittens on it, but
do the Superman.
Yeah, tough one.
So 3rd and 1 here. We'll see what they do to pick up the first down. Simple handoff. No, it's a fake, and a throw to Solomon Sanchez in the flat. He's got lots of room, and he gets all the way into Bedford territory to the 35-yard line. First down, Bedford.
And you know, Scaling came right back. He wasn't able to catch that long ball, but he made a great block here on the outside that springs Sanchez for, 15-yard gain here. And
So Bedford finding their offensive touch here.
And they're back in threatening position here on the central 35.
Just one receiver this time. Dylan Kumbani out to the left. The handoff to Irwin. Cuts to his right. Another cut. Still moving. Still on his feet. He's got the first down. He's got some room. He's going. Trying to outrace his man. He does it all the way to the touchdown. Russell Irwin. A 35-yard scamper. Fights his way through several tackles and then puts on the Jets and runs past two central defenders to score 6.
Just an outstanding, exceptional individual effort there. Breaking it back to the left, that was really the key there. Getting into some traffic and then busting out back to the left side. Saw some daylight and has a 35-yard touchdown run.
So 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns here for Bedford in the second half. A solid kick there by Michael. Puts the exclamation point on it. 21-0, Bulldogs in front. And right now, this game is getting way out of hand for Central. They haven't been able to move the ball. They barely have any offense. I think they've got 2 first downs at most. And turnovers have been a problem. I'm not sure what they can do at this point to pull closer.
Sure, you're probably going to have to open up the offense a little bit, try to get the ball down the field, look for some receivers. Although they've thrown 2 picks, still going to have to explore what they can do to get some more big yardage plays. Going back to that touchdown run again, we're talking about Irwin just keeping his legs driving, keeping him moving there, not going down with easy contact. Did the same thing there in the first 10 or 15 yards of that run, and then the cut back to the left. Great vision and had the speed to get to pay dirt. Great play.
Michael ready to kick it off. He kicks it straight down to the 20-yard line. Picked up.
Kumbani out there.
Aiden Kelly with the reception. He's able to bring it back about 5 yards. Kumbani with the great tackle. So it's going to be first and goal for Central from their own 20-yard line with 5:27 to go here in the third quarter.
I like to play up these special teams plays. That's an excellent tackle by Kumbani. Got past all the blockers and limited the return to maybe only 5 yards there. And those plays make a big difference when you talk about a field position type game.
So here we go, 1st and 10. The snap and a handoff to the right side around the edge, and it's going to be a first down run there by Aiden Kelly. Another first down there for Central.
Got to the outside edge there. Honestly, I thought I saw a hold on the outside backer. Henryshawn looked like he was being held there. But didn't get the call. And number 4, like you said, Aiden Kelly, got 10, 11 yards on that scamper.
First and 10, Central 33.
So 1st and 10 from the 33. Hins in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers out there. Gives it to Kelly. Has another opening and has a seam down the middle. He's got a chance here. Scaling chases him down, but not before he picks up about 30 yards all the way to the Bedford 35-yard line. Central's finally moving the ball.
They sure were, and they came back to the same side there. And again, they were having a tough time getting off the blocks on the left edge there.
So the Little Green have found a little life here on offense. 5:11 to go. Clock is stopped with Kelly going out of bounds. They're at the 35-yard line of Bedford, trailing 21-0.
So then maybe they go back to the well here again.
Kelly's in the backfield with Hahn, I should say. Waiting for the snap. And they fake the handoff, but nobody's fooled. Hahn gets leveled, sacked back at the 50-yard line.
Hayden Cheney and Magnus Steele back there. Initial pressure by Cheney got him to slow down, and again, you're absolutely right. They sniffed it out pretty well for it looks like to be about a 12-yard loss on the play.
What's really funny is that if he had handed it off to Kelly, he might have gotten some yards because Kelly had room, but instead Hahn went back to pass and he had Bedford players in his face right away.
And that was Cheney coming hot on a blitz there.
Lost to 12. It's 2nd and 22. They're at the fort. They're going to say he was down at the 47. The snap, and it goes to Kelly, and this time Kelly runs out of room. He gets dropped for a loss, going in the wrong direction, back to their own 47-yard line. Loss of 6. It's going to be 3rd and 28.
Number 74, Sam Lacombe, makes a great tackle there. Another for a loss. You're right on that. Another 5 yards backwards, and they're marching the wrong way now.
So they're at the 46, and they have to go.
Like
let's see.
Bedford 25?
10, 20, 29 yards, I count. Yeah, 3rd and 29.
What kind of play do you have for 29 yards, Aaron?
I don't know.
You either check it downfield, or you go for a screen or a quarterback draw, spread everybody out.
They're sending all the receivers out to the right. Hahn in the shotgun, he's all by himself back there. He rolls out to his right, looking, finally throws, finds a man at the 40, out of bounds, not going to be anywhere near enough for a first down. Number 5 is Owen Kelly with the catch. Bedford happy to give up the underneath reception and guarding anything long. So 4th down and 15. Kind of weird watching the official. He doesn't want to touch the ball. So he puts the feet between his ankles and does a little bunny hop.
I was just watching the same thing. It was a very awkward motion.
Maybe he can get some tongs to pick the ball up with next time.
Wear some of those bright yellow rubber gloves like you're cleaning the kitchen sink.
Hazardous material.
Yeah.
So 4th and 15. Central's going to go for it here. They've got 5 receivers out. Empty backfield with Hahn. Bedford rushing 3.
Coming right.
Hahn rolls to his right, looking, throws it over the middle. He's going to miss everybody. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Right idea. I don't know if that receiver was open. It was intended for Owen Kelly. He was surrounded by Bedford players. If it was an accurate pass, it could have been caught, but he just sailed it over everybody. So honestly, that's it for that drive.
He showed a nice arm there, too. He's moving out to his right. Threw it all the way to the end zone, so it was about 45 yards in the air. It was a nice ball. Just
but Bedford takes over now for the 3rd time in this quarter. They scored on 2 other ones. We'll see if they can do it again here. 2:24 to play in the 3rd quarter, 21-0 the lead.
Manchester Central has too many on as number 6, McGarvey, trots off.
Michael drops back the pass. His pass is blocked by number 55, Jathan Hernandez.
And he ratted out the screen they had, a little middle screen there, and he was all over it. You know, those defensive linemen, if they sense they're getting through a little too easily, that's when the light bulb has to go on and say, gee, something's up, this is going to be a screen. He stopped, put his hands way high in the air, and batted that ball straight down. Excellent defensive play by Hernandez.
2nd down and 10 from the Bedford 40. Waiting for the snap. Michael hands it off to Irwin, who's got room on the edge. He's got the first down. Gets into Central territory down to the 44-yard line. First down, Bedford.
That was Russell Irwin with the carry.
That's good open field tackle by Owen Kelly, number 5 back there. But,
good play call too. That they're able to find out, just figure out where Central's leaving the gaps and exploit them. That was a great run there by Irwin. He had all the room in the world.
Sure did.
To the right side. So we're under 2 minutes. Clock is running here in the 3rd quarter. Bedford with a fresh set of downs on the Central 44-yard line.
Rudinskis, number 4, is checked back in. He's out here on the left split end. with Sanchez in the slot. And now Irwin motioning left.
And Michael, he's running to his left, looking for a pass. He throws it to Michael. I'm sorry, he throws it to Irwin. Michael does. A little behind him, he couldn't come up with it. It's an incomplete pass.
And again, that's a tough pass. He's coming to his left. He's got to get his hips and his shoulders back around so he can get up and over. That's a tough pass for any quarterback.
That was an oddly developing play, for sure.
Yeah,
Not sure what they were trying to do there.
You know, he's enough of an athlete, too. He had Irwin out there. Maybe he just tucks that down and gets 4 or 5 yards positive.
Yeah, that probably would have been a better play just to keep it.
Yeah, I hate to second guess. I'm not out there on the field. He's an athlete, but, you know, you have to think about some options there.
So 2nd down and 10. Clock stop at 1:34. Now we have motion.
There he goes.
That's going to send Bedford back 5 yards.
I just talked about him not tucking that ball and gaining 5 yards.
Correction.
He goes for
encroachment.
He goes for a hard count and gets 5 yards by using his head. So
I didn't notice anybody moving on the central line, but apparently they did.
it was their left defensive end that jumped, and they didn't make contact, but he was in the neutral zone. So they're going to blow that dead and give him 5.
So 2nd and 5, a little easier for the Bulldogs.
Slot left here, 1 wide right.
The handoff to Irwin. Actually, it was a fake handoff. Michael kept it and winds up following Irwin up the hole and gets it to the 36-yard line.
That looked like another one of those run-pass options, so could have given it to Irwin on the way by, looked for his receiver on the right-hand side, felt that he was covered, and decided to run right behind Irwin, right up the middle for a 3-yard gain or so.
So 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs at the 36-yard line. Clock running under a minute here in the 3rd. 21-0 is the score. Bulldogs are up. Bunch formation with just one receiver off to the right. Ball goes to Irwin, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be tackled for a loss about 2 yards. 4th and 3 coming up here. I fully expect Bedford to go for it here.
Yeah, sure. 4th and 4, 4th and 3. Probably going to run out the half here. I think there's enough time.
Or the quarter, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. The quarter.
15, 16, 13, 12 seconds.
Yeah.
They break the huddle, but they may just wait until the clock runs down at 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it. Oh, they snap the ball. Irwin finds the edge and runs and gets to the 34. They're marking him at the 35, which is that enough? Is the marker at the 35? I think they caught him short.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. And again, Owen Kelly makes a nice open field tackle and prevents the 1st down. So that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So I'm a little surprised they snapped that. I mean, they literally snapped it right as the clock went to 0. I don't know if maybe they thought they'd catch Central napping, thinking they were just going to let the quarter run out. And Irwin did have a pretty good line on the edge, but like you said, Kelly was right there to make the stop. So Bedford is turns it over on down. Central gets it back, but they're down 3 touchdowns, 21-0 here with just 12 minutes of regulation time to go. Tall order here for a team that's really barely generated any offense. In fact, their last possession was probably the best offensive possession of the game, picking up about 35 yards.
Yeah, they've struggled, but then, you know, they picked up those 35 and then went in the opposite direction. They started heading backwards with a sack and then a negative.
Yeah, the 2
negative yardage play. So, like you said, the Bedford defense had solid play throughout the first 3 quarters here.
And now Central will be going from right to left here in the final quarter.
And back to that last play, you know, if they had gotten to the line a little bit earlier, they could have tried a couple more hard counts, but Didn't get it done.
So Central now 1st and 10 at their own 35. 2 receivers, one on each side. The handoff to Kelly. Changes direction, winds up getting driven back. They're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, 35. So no gain on that play. Aiden Kelly with the carry.
Came to the left, saw that it was shut down, cut back to the right. And that was shut down too as Bedford swarmed and prevented any yardage.
So 2nd down and 10. Clock ticking, 11:29 to go. Not quite in run time here. That would be 35-0. So same formation, 1 receiver to each side. Kelly in the backfield with Hahn. And it's a fake handoff. Hahn rolls to his left. Ooh. Throws it, almost intercepted right off the hands of Dylan Kubani, who read that play perfectly. But the ball, probably slick from all the dew in the air, bounced off his hands, so it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Like they were looking for Liam Murphy there, 83, coming across the formation. And you spotted it. Kumbani spotted the drag, made a break on the ball, and really was in position for an interception there, but it did go through the mittens, and we'll go back to 3rd and 10.
Kumbani already has an interception today. Wanted to add a second to his collection. We're at the 11:07 mark here. 3rd down and 10 for the Little Green. Same play. Hahn rolls. He's got a man wide open.
Right
Kelly, nobody's covering him. He gets the ball to 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. He's going all the way. Touchdown Central. A busted coverage left Aiden Kelly all alone, and Hahn found him at the 40-yard line, and he had nobody around him.
That was a nifty play call, I have to say. So Kelly was in the backfield. He came out. He was the person that Hahn had initially given the play fake. So he faked it to him out of the background, slipped out of the backfield to the left side, and as you mentioned, nobody within at least 10 or 15 yards of him.
So Central on the board. They break the shutout, and here's a chance for them to add to that score. Benjamin Mike is the kicker. He gets it up, not very high, but it's good. Barely cleared the crossbar.
And he probably didn't clear the clarinet section.
No, or even barely cleared the fencing they have behind the field goal.
But it counts, goes through the uprights, and now it's a 2-score game. You know, they haven't moved the ball very well, but if they have 2 more series like that, we have a ball game.
That puts Bedford on notice that they have to be a little more careful here. They've got to move the ball and get some points on the board here. It's quite the turnover. I mean, they had a chance to convert that 4th down. They just came up short. And Central comes back and gets a touchdown on a busted coverage.
I have to say, Aiden Kelly, I mean, he was wide open. Nobody was within 15 yards. He seemed like he started to trot there a little bit. And it didn't seem like he was showboating, just didn't feel like he needed to go 100% speed. And
oh, he had a Bedford player on him. He had a hustle by the time he got to about the 10-yard line.
Sure did. He had to kick it up a gear.
And there's the kick.
Scaling's going to return.
Picks it up at the 15, and he's hit right off by number 9, who injures himself, looks like, Sean Kelly. He's hopping on one knee.
Yeah, it looked like they banged knees when he slowed down there.
So he's kind of hopping his way off to the sideline. Hope he's okay. But it was a great tackle, and this is probably the least of Bedford's starting field position of the day, their own 25-yard line.
Absolutely correct.
I think they started their, no, actually the 20, no, it was the 25.
Yeah,
this is
their worst field position of the day to start.
Yeah, 25. Actually I was thinking about the touchback, but that was Central that had that. So the handoff, nope, it's a pass out to the flat to Solomon Sanchez. Gets out to the 36-yard line. That looks like it's good for a 1st down. Should be. Yep, it is. The officials moved the chain. So 11-yard gain there on a pass out to Solomon Sanchez in the flat. Runs for 11.
Just a quick swing pass. easy pitch and catch, high percentage play, and he's got Scaling out there blocking for him. So he tries to dance a little bit and get positive yardage.
Let's stop the clock, 10:43. Just one receiver here. Hand off to Irwin, up the middle, finds the seam, and he gets it up to the 44-yard line, almost a first down, just going to be short by 2 yards. 2nd and 2.
15 Perez on the tackle, but not after an 8-yard gain.
So Bedford moving the ball here after getting scored on, giving up a touchdown after a 21-0 lead. It is 21-7. 3 receivers now. Michael gets the snap, hands it off to Irwin. Bounces off of 1 tackle, but he gets enough for the first down, gets it into about the 47-yard line. It will be a new set of downs here for Bedford. Right there at the 47-yard line.
Again, a spin move by Irwin. He got popped, but spun, kept his feet, and moved the sticks. And we're going to look for a methodical approach this drive here. High percentage passes, keep the ball on the ground, run the clock, tick, tick, tick.
3 receivers out there for Bedford. Another handoff to Irwin. This time he fights his way up to the 50-yard line, picks up 3. I've noticed too that Central's not blitzing as much as they did in the first half. They were frequently sending blitzers early in the game. They've stopped doing that.
And perhaps they felt like they were getting burned on it, but again, they only let up 7 points in that first half, so you got to try to keep doing what you're doing and hope your offense gets into gear. But you're right, they haven't come with pressure too much.
Still with 4 rushers on the front 4, or defensive front, using 4 rushers. Bedford's been using 3 a lot. There's Michael, another pass out to the flat, off the hands of Irwin. A little too high, and it is incomplete. The pass had a slight forward trajectory, so no chance of it being called a fumble or a lateral.
L.J. Gerald was out there in coverage, number 35 for Manchester Central.
So 3rd and 7 here. This is kind of a big down for Bedford. They'd like to keep this going, burn off a little more clock, maybe add a response to the Central touchdown. They don't want to give the ball right back here. Trailing to the right, 3 receivers. Irwin in the backfield. Now he's in motion. The pass over the middle to Kambani.
It is.
Perfect. Gets brought down at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a first down. So a good play call there. Kubani was wide open.
That's that 10-yard hook, right? He did that in the first half too, and you see it here again for the first down yardage. So good pitch and catch. Found a little space in that defense. Sat down, made a firm, sure-handed catch, and hopped ahead for another couple extra yards after the catch for that sure first down.
So this time 2 receivers are to the right. The snap to Michael. And this is going to be going for Sanchez all the way, and Sanchez comes down with it. 30-yard pass from Michael to Sanchez down at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Bedford. And that was a great throw. That was thrown into double coverage.
Which sounds like an oxymoron to me. Double coverage there, I put that on Sanchez. He made a great play.
Yeah, he came up and met the ball. He high pointed it.
High point, exactly.
Between the 2 defenders. So, but the pass had to be right on the money, and it was. It was
Sure.
exactly where it needed to be, and Sanchez was able to high point the ball between the 2 defenders and come down with it for a 30-yard gain. And now they're marking him down at the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal from the 9 for Bedford.
Athletic play by the senior. Tonight on senior night, as they honored all the seniors. And
the handoff to Irwin. He finds the seam, goes in for a touchdown.
he hardly got touched there.
Russell Irwin, his 2nd touchdown from 9 yards out. Bedford's up 27-7 with the extra point coming up.
Like you said, 9-yard scamper, and it was, again, a little bit of a misdirection inside, but nobody touched him until the goal line.
That was really surprising because he literally had a wide open lane to the end zone. It's like they were expecting a pass play there. The high snap, the kick is up and good. Great job there by number 4, Gradinskis, to pull that one down.
Excellent hold. Excellent hold. High snap, he had to actually come up off his knee and get back down to the tee.
And get the ball down and had it in a perfect spot for Michael to kick it. So 28-7 now. Bedford, perfect 4 for 4 on extra points.
Sometimes those little things go unnoticed, but you had a good eye there, Harry, and Gradinskis made an athletic play to get that ball back down to the tee in position for Michael to kick the extra point. It doesn't matter as much in a 21-point game, but you know, you might have one of those plays later down the road when you have a 21-20 score like we saw with Manchester last week.
And now the response to the Central touchdown puts the game back up to 3 scores. And, you know, that's a little more breathing room with 7:31 to play. But I'm interested to see what Central does here. Did they finally figure out their offense? Will they be able to move it again? So let's see what they do here with 7:31 to play. A little bit of confusion on their part. How many players are on the field? 2, 4, 6.
They ran a couple
they had
on
one guy had to go off. They had 12 men on the field there momentarily. So people not too sure what squad they're on. Here's that pooch kick. Nobody home. It bounces. It's going to bounce loose, and I think Bedford has it.
They got it again.
They do. Bedford picks up the pooch kick. It came out loose at the 35-yard line. They recover. Another turnover by Central.
Owen Christopher down there on the coverage. It bounced off the Manchester Central team right into Christopher's hands. And you're right, that play has worked again.
And you know, they played that perfectly before. They had a man in that spot to play that ball, call the fair catch, and get the ball down. This time, they left it open. Maybe it was the confusion as to who was supposed to be on the field for the kickoff play. But Bedford gets the, I don't know what you call it, an onside kick? Technically it is, right?
I guess it's effectively a pooch there. I'm not quite sure what you call it.
So they retain possession, and it's
a reverse.
Double reverse. Sanchez going for a big gain all the way down to the 13-yard line. The ball handed to Irwin, then to Sanchez coming the other direction, cutting up the middle. So that's a new wrinkle that Bedford pulled out here.
Those are the kinds of plays I talk about after those quick changes. And in this case, again, a turnover like that, you try to catch a defense napping. They have their heads down. They're trying to recover from what just happened. And that's the kind of play you look for.
So a huge gainer right there. They bring them all the way down to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10, with a chance to put another 7 on the board here with 7 minutes to go in regulation.
Little trickery.
3 receivers out there. 2 of them are to the left. Irwin in the backfield. Michael waiting for the snap, gets it, drops back. He's got a man rushing him, throws it over the middle for Kubani. It was too high. And probably just as well, he had a defender on him. Trying to get the number of that defender.
Number 83, Liam Murphy back there.
Yeah, these binoculars are totally fogged up now. But yeah, that pass thrown high, and probably a good thing it was, because Murphy was in an excellent position to defend that pass. So we're going to have a 2nd down and 10 now.
You're battling the elements here, Harry.
We are. Everything's, my computer, which I use to control the radio station with, it is just sopping wet like a sponge. I hope it survives the night. There's the snap and a handoff to Irwin up the middle. This time he's driven back.
Looked like 55 Hernandez was there too to help with that tackle. Sounds like they're readying the PAT extra point team. If they get bogged down here on 3rd down, they sound like they might go for a field goal.
They need to get to the 4-yard line for the 1st down. And they've got 3 receivers. Coming up on 6 minutes left in the game. Michael's got some time, but now he breaks. heading for the marker. He gets pulled down at the 10-yard line, so he ends up gaining only about 4, but he's in good field position for a three-pointer.
Yep. Sure tackle by 15, Perez.
I don't know if they're going to try that. It looks like they're keeping the offense on the field here.
Yeah.
Coach Matthews says, let's go for it.
Yeah, put the ball in your athletic quarterback's hands. Let him make a play. Play pitch and catch with some of your more seasoned and athletic skill players. Sure-handed players and your wide receivers, your slot receivers, your running back out of the backfield can make good plays too. Your tight end / slot.
So it's 4th and 6. Michael gonna throw, and he
got it.
I think he got the first down. I think he was far enough. Far enough.
He should have it. Yep.
Yes, it is. So it's going to be 1st and goal for Bedford at the 3-yard line. Clock is running. They're under 5 minutes now.
Yeah, and you and I, we talked about how they were going to respond. It was 21-7 after that big play by Manchester Central, sneaking out of the backfield, and what was it, about a, I don't know, 55, 60-yard play for a touchdown. And now Bedford has come back and scored, recovered a quasi-onside kick, and now they're threatening again with only 4 yards to go up by, 4 scores.
So it's 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Irwin gets it. Will he get his 3rd touchdown of the night? They're going to mark him down about a half-yard short. He'll get another chance, I think.
They go with their bone package, little Wildcat. Michael comes out.
And Sanchez gets his instructions from Coach Matthews, you're right. So the Wildcat in there again for Bedford.
Get their hefty players, 2-2, 3 tight end sets. Getting everybody right up in there. Really tight splits.
Sanchez dives and in for the touchdown, his 3rd of the night. A 1-yard, half-yard run for Solomon Sanchez. Wait, what's the little confusion here? No, they indicated a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. They kind of hesitated there for a moment. But no, it counts. It's 34-7.
No yellow hankies down. Yeah, that's good touchdown.
Now Michael is getting set for the extra point here to make it 35-7. They spot the ball for the official.
Sanchez has 3 touchdowns and a total on those 3 yards.
The kick is up and perfect once again. 35-7 Bedford with 3:47 to play in the game. So this was a slow starting game for the Bulldogs. Only 7 points in the first half, and the first quarter was kind of ugly for everybody involved.
Sure was.
But they've really found their stride now, and they're really moving the ball and just putting it to the central little green.
Yeah, a little adjustment here and there. You know, a couple of play calls different, execution different, some blocking up front different, and those adjustments add up as they feel the other team out, and as you mentioned, those second half adjustments have turned into 28 points.
So Michael tees it up for the kickoff here. I wonder if they'll try to pooch it once again. That area right between the 30 and the 40 is wide open again.
This looks like Hewitt Spencer kicking off this time, number 17.
The ball is fielded at the 15-yard line, and the tackle made at the 35. Number 5, Owen Kelly, I believe, was the returner.
Like 16 in on the tackle there, Hunter Fennessy. I'm expecting some substitutions here, Coach.
Starting to get some of the bench players a little playing time here, absolutely.
Yep. And that's what we're seeing. A couple of fresh numbers that we don't normally see on offense. Not the whole defensive team is substituted out, but
Mitchell George is out there for Bedford right now.
a couple of the younger guys getting some playing time with 3:41 left in the game and up 4 scores. It's nice to see your younger guys get some time.
Just 3:41 to go here. think we have a different quarterback. Yes, number 3 is out there again. That's Joshua Jerome back in at quarterback. I don't know why they brought him back in. He started the game, and Han took his place. The gain there of 4 yards on the play up to the 39.
Good question. And number 3, Josh Jerome, is the senior captain, so maybe there was a battle there for the quarterback position. Jaden Han, the sophomore, struggled at times, but in general had a decent game back there. But Jerome is back in the last 3 minutes here.
2nd and 6. They've got 3 receivers out there. Jerome takes it, runs to his right, and picks up another few yards. I think just enough for a first down, gets it to the 45-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Little Green. Or will it?
Oh, they're talking it over.
It will.
Yeah, okay. Yep, they're waving them on. First
there we
down.
go. Yeah, he had to get to the 45, and that's exactly where he got to. He stopped the clock by going out of bounds, so 2:44 left. Fresh set of downs here for Central. Trailing 35-7.
Bedford band over here.
Hear them in the background.
Keeping the energy high as Aiden Kelly comes to the left side. Gets
Kelly
about a 9-yard gain.
Kelly was the lone touchdown scorer for Central on that busted coverage play. He gets it to the Bedford 45-yard line. Looks like it's a 10-yard carry. They'll give him the first down.
And that clock keeps ticking down, so just about 2 minutes left here in the game.
Trying to see if we have any scores from Division I to pass along to you. Nope, nothing really popping up there. There's a handoff, a run to the left, and a pretty good gain there for number 25, I believe, Manny Velasquez. He takes it down to the 34-yard line, 33 of Bedford, which is enough for a first down.
Yeah, good strong run. Came around the left side, bounced off a few tacklers, a spin move off another for, like you said, 11, 12-yard gain there. And another first.
Clock is ticking. They're down to 1:48. Throws the pass, that's complete.
Out of bounds, though.
Down to about the 24-yard line. Was he out of bounds when he made that catch?
Yeah, the side judge there, right on the play, ruled him out of bounds.
I thought he might have got a foot in. It's kind of on the far sideline.
Yeah, tough to see that. The receiver, number 5, Owen Kelly, made a great catch to pull it in, but unfortunately didn't get the feet down.
But the clock stops with 1:39 to play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Bedford 33. 3 receivers set with two to the right. Velasquez in the backfield. Jerome Sean McGarvey, not quite as busted a coverage as the last touchdown, but he was open by about 5 yards. And a perfect pass makes it a more respectable 35-13.
They got in behind Jack Carroll there, number 8 on the Bedford defense. And that kind of play right there makes you wonder why Joshua Jerome was not in there most of the game, right?
Yeah, it was a great pass. Perfect little rainbow. Found his man. So now they set up for the extra point. The snap was bobbled, but this one drives through again. Another low line drive kick is good. 35-14 the score with 1:33 to play. And we'll see what happens here. We'll see if there's an onside attempt perhaps by the Little Green. But either way, I think the night is done for Michael. I believe he will likely take a seat for the final 133. Let some of the backups take a snap or two.
I would guess that you're right. I'm looking to see if he has his helmet off or if he's, putting the headset on, if you will. Maybe grabbing a clipboard and going to write down some play calls.
So the Bedford kickoff squad is out there. Receiving squad haven't had too much work today.
You would think you'd have some hands here. You might want to change your defensive set. Yeah, it is 3 scores, a minute and a half left, but
so Bedford's in their typical kickoff receiving formation, not really expecting an onside kick here. We'll see what happens.
they kick
Nope,
it away.
they're going to kind of a pooch kick. And it's received there by Scaling, who cuts, heads to his right, and gets driven out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So Bedford will take over with 1:27 to play, leading 35-14.
That was a nifty little jump cut there. Scaling came in, saw he was surrounded, and stopped, jumped back, and redirected himself out to the right-hand side.
Yeah, it was a great change of direction. Now Scaling is out there. I don't see Michael.
Looks like they're talking to number 9 here, Justin Attar, who's going to come in at quarterback.
Yep, and the cheer goes up for Attar getting into the game. The senior quarterback getting a little bit of time here on senior night.
Honored as with the rest of the senior class before the game this evening. It was a nice ceremony to have the parents come out and honor the seniors.
Waiting for the snap. Attar's going to keep it, and he finds a seam. Still going. Attar up to the 46-yard line. I think he got a first down. An enthusiastic first down arm throw by Mike Kubicki. Everybody's really fired up to see Attar picking up those yards.
You know, I can't quite tell if that was a designed run for him. He did go to the wrong side for the handoff. He and the running back were on different pages there, but he scrambled and made a nice 11-yard gain for that first down.
Picks up the first down, and we're now under a minute to play here with Bedford up 35-14. Attar in the game.
Gonna have him
He's
throw
going to
it.
throw, and it's complete to the 14-yard line. So Attar with a big play, actually about a 10-yard pass, and Zwickau does the rest of the work. Gets Bedford down close to the end zone. They're going to say he went out at the 15-yard line. So clock is running at 30 seconds. Maybe they'll get one more play off here. I don't know if they'll go for the end zone.
1 for 1 for 35 yards. Not bad stats there, huh?
No.
22 seconds left. And they're going to go in victory formation. I don't think they're going to run play. They're going to
I don't know.
Yep.
Yes, they do. Okay, well, that's going to do it. Clock is going to run out in 10 seconds. Bedford victorious, 35-14, bouncing back from their tough loss last week to Goffstown. And as we were talking about, it was a slow start, only 1 touchdown in the second quarter, and 28 scored in this half. So a great job by Coach Michaels and the team, really putting on a great performance here against the Central Little Green on senior night.
Yeah, they really pulled it together there in the second half. And like you said, Coach Matthews is going to be pleased with those halftime adjustments. Whatever they did, whatever they said, it worked. Came out with 4 scores in the second half and pulled away. A couple of touchdowns from the Little Green made it a little bit closer than the score might indicate.
Made it respectable anyway.
Sure. The Bedford team is pleased to go to 1-1. They'll go down to the end zone to have some post-game chat
and celebrate their victory. So the team is 1-1, and they've got a tough challenge next week. They have to go to Londonderry, take on the Lancers, who look every bit as strong as they did last year.
Tough squad, very strong team last year. Obviously, we haven't seen them play this year, but they did knock off Pinkerton, who is a perennial football power in New Hampshire last week, and looks to be continuing their winning ways this evening as well. So they'll likely be 2-0 heading into that tilt.
And Drew got us the stats. Thank you very much. Touchdowns again by Solomon Sanchez. He got the one in the second quarter, made it 7-0. In the third, another 1-yard run to make it 14-0. Russell Irwin with a 35-yard scamper made it 21-0. A pass completed for 65 yards by Hahn of Central to number 4, Aiden Kelly.
Yep.
That was a 65-yard throw that made it 21-7. Russell Irwin came back with a 9-yard run, made it 28-7 Bedford. And then Solomon Sanchez with a 1-yard touchdown run, 35-7. And Central with the last score, it was Jerome passing for 33 yards to number 6, McGarvey. And that's your final, 35-14. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to George Cox and Bill Jennings down right below us producing the game. Corey Muncie-Tiger, thank you very much again for joining me on this broadcast.
Thank you,
Like
Harry.
I said, next week we're going to be bringing you the Londonderry broadcast of Bedford at the Lancers. So hope you tune in. That'll be, I think, 7 o'clock start. So tune in for that. The final score, Bedford 35, Central 14. You've been watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV 23 and Bedford 105.1.